Hello and welcome to another episode of
Stop!
I Want to Get Off.
Hi, I'm Anne.
And I'm Dave.
So please don't forget to subscribe and ding that bell. It helps to support us and we really appreciate it when you do that. Thank you.
And don't forget, all our new episodes come out on Monday, 4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time.
And every Wednesday we have a mini video for you. Stop! I want to get off. Okay, in today's video, we don't normally do response videos, and this isn't really response videos, but we take offence at a video that went out from Roaming Millennium saying vegan, those annoying vegans. So vegans are annoying, excuse me, because we care.
Is that okay with you guys? We give a rat's ass about this planet and the people in it and the animals on this planet. So if we're annoying, what are people that are carnists? Just a thought.
So she's saying vegans are annoying because they put their step forward because they care about the environment. We care about animals and we care about people's health. So what's really wrong with that? It's because people have the blinkers on and part of them doesn't want to know. Part of us sometimes feel like we didn't want to know. But if you've got the information, and like this lady obviously does, and she still does it, that I don't understand.
No.
We do know that a lot of people are in ignorance of it, but there's no excuse once you have the information. And my common statement is, if you knew what we knew, you would be vegan. There's no doubt about it. There's no turning back. If you know the real truth about what goes on, you just can't ethically support any other lifestyle than a vegan lifestyle. And it is where we're going to anyway. So people will eventually have to become more plant-based or vegan.
Because the planet can't sustain it. And you know, you're talking about vegan, right? Now, there's a plant-based person that eats plant-based foods, that's us. But vegan and veganism is a movement towards cleaning up the environment, stop hurting the animals, and making people healthier. That's what the movement's about. I mean, sorry, is that annoying, is it? Because we give a crap about the environment, people and animals. I'm sorry. I mean, like, if we continue down this road of all this horrible food we're going to go broke because the hospitals and everything and the medical profession's not going to be able to keep up. I mean, come on, people.
And the environmental disasters is just beyond scope if you look right into it.
You know,
all the forests and all the beautiful areas of the world that have been destroyed by animal agriculture, and all the water, all the beautiful fresh water. There's so many things to veganism, and we encourage people that aren't vegan to look more into it, to get educated and open their eyes to what's really going on. But what's annoying to us vegans is that if we go to a barbecue or a party, we can't say anything because people sort of turn off. Like if I'm into the lunchroom at work and I said, hey, did you know if you eat a banana for breakfast and a chicken breast for lunch, you'll lose 10 pounds? And everyone will go, oh, yeah, and tell me more. But if I go in there and say, oh, you know, if you go vegan for a week, you can lose 10 pounds, they'll go, oh, stop. Go away, you know. But they treat us like it's a religion or some religious sect, or
we're not.
Or if it's some movement. Well, it is a movement, but it's about caring. Vegans care.
We give a shit.
That's the full stop.
And we give a shit about what we're leaving this planet for the younger generation, like for my grandkids.
That's right.
You know, like this is what we give a shit about. You know, for argument's sake, they go on about, well, what is all this veganism? Well, you go back not that long ago, and this is going more America than here. You had the blacks. I mean, slavery was okay, wasn't it? It was all good until somebody went along and said, no, we're stopping this shit. We're not doing this anymore. That was kicked out. If I remember correctly, all you girls, not long ago, you used to be in the kitchen, did what you bloody told, and you were basically a slave to the man. You burnt your bras in the 60s and all of a sudden you got freedom. Is that all bad? Was that annoying? We're the same. Veganism is the same thing. Sorry. Then you had the movement in the late 60s against Vietnam and the wars and everything. Was that annoying? No. People wanted things to stop because they could see that there was something going wrong. Veganism is the same. The planet is getting wiped out too quick. We cannot continually keep sustaining the meat industry. It's just can't. It's a fact. Look, open your eyes and check. It's not going to survive. You will all end up vegans sooner or later because we cannot sustain this meat industry. It's just not going to happen. And that's what we give a shit about. You're knocking down the trees by the gazillion. I hate to tell you, this is a news flash. They're our lungs. You chop a tree down, it's like chopping our lungs out. They create the oxygen for us. The more we lock down, the less air we got. I mean, it doesn't get pumped out of a machine. It comes from the trees and the plants. So we're chopping all this junk down so we can get more meat. It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
End of argument. Okay? I'm really annoyed at people that say we're annoying. I'm annoyed and pissed off with other people that go along and don't give a shit about this planet. Yeah. That's what I get upset
We have
about.
to sit back and watch people eat their meat, eat their dairy, and on a continual basis. We have to sit there and try not to say something.
Because we're annoying.
But people, then you get the people that say, we have a right to eat what we have. We have a right to do what we do. People have rights, yeah. But those rights are destroying our planet. They're hurting...
Which makes it personal to us.
They're hurting our animals, and we are left with we have to help pay the debt of all these countries. All these killer diseases, heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, all those diseases.
It's all related.
It's all
to the meat and dairy industry.
Skyrocketing today. I mean, when I was younger, we did eat meat, but we had a little bit each week. We didn't have it continually for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And that's what people are doing now. And that's when all the diseases have skyrocketed. When people are on the standard American diet.
Fast food.
Or
Western
we call
diet.
it the standard Australian diet. Because they follow the USA. So everyone's eating junk food.
Yeah.
And the junk food is highly processed, of course, but it's also full of animal proteins, animal fat, animal cholesterol. We need to take care of our environment, our health, and we have to look at the poor animals. People talk about humane slaughter and like vegan gains.
I don't quite understand that one, humane slaughter.
Yeah, vegan gains. If I came into your
What's
house...
humane about slaughtering?
If I came to your house and said, oh, you look after your dog well, he's beautiful.
Can we have him for dinner?
And then I just shoot him in the head, that's humane slaughter.
He was looked after, was loved, cared for, and I just killed it. And now we chop it up and eat it.
Yeah,
They do that over in Asia.
That would be outrageous, absolutely outrageous. But you love your dog.
You've been trained to love your dogs and cats.
Yeah, but when you go...
Everything else is food.
But they're just as intelligent as the dogs. I mean, and I'd say that a cow or a pig is more intelligent than a cat. A cat is just location independent. Is that right?
Yeah. But getting off our little rant, the other day was very nice. I was talking to my daughter.
That's good.
And the nice part is now my little girl, sadly, has gone down that road and she's not so little anymore. She's gotten quite large. And sadly, her two little ones are going down that road. One of them's been in and out of hospital because of having issues about food and not being able to handle food.
And the other one is it's got lots of allergies.
And the older one has got allergies coming out her ears on everything, and that's all basically caused by processed foods. Now the beautiful part is the topic came around, and she is so interested. She's coming up in a couple of weeks, and she's going to spend a week with Anne. And like Anne said earlier, she said she was ignorant. She wants to get healthy, but she doesn't understand, doesn't know how to. Society in a lot of ways doesn't help you to go down that avenue because they want you to keep eating meat and they want you to eat dairy, drink dairy because that's big money there. And see, these two make you sick, and your other departments that make lots and trillions of dollars is what? The medical profession. If they don't want you well, what would they want you well for? Then you're not going to come down and pay them money. Then your biggest one is the chemicals, the chemist, what do you call them? Pharmaceutical companies. So those four companies are massive and they all work together. the meat and dairy industry make you sick, then you've got to go and see a doctor, and then of course the doctor loves throwing you pills. Take a pill. Don't fix the problem. Take a pill. Don't fix it. Just take a pill. Pill to fix it. It doesn't get rid of the issue. You just keep eating the crap, and you get sick.
And that's right. And it's so hard watching people.
Goes around and around in circles. So anyway, the beautiful part is she's now wanting to learn, and she's coming up here to spend a week. So hopefully, my beautiful granddaughters and my daughter are going to get well, and we'll keep you posted on that one.
Yeah. So that's the thing. There are a lot of people that don't know, they don't understand, and you sit there and watch them doing the normal day-to-day things that we used to do, and it can get quite frustrating. So vegans aren't annoying, they're frustrated.
We are very frustrated.
But then again, I put up a lot of information on my Facebook on the animal industry. It's bad for you, and how animals are treated badly. And it's so funny that people tend not to view it.
Yeah, you put up a picture of a fluffy cat and they'll tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, if I put something cute up, I get 50, 100 views and people saying like.
Yeah.
And then if I
anything it's important.
Yeah, if I put something up about veganism, I get a like from him. And that's about it. So people aren't aware, but in some sense they're frightened of being aware, or they might on a subconscious level think, hey, I'm not ready to go there. But at some point you need to go there, you need to get the information, and you need to become educated. Otherwise, we're all doomed, and we're not talking about ourselves personally. People say, oh yeah, but I'm old now, why should I change? Because you've got children, you've got grandchildren, and those grandchildren will eventually have children and grandchildren. What about them? What are we leaving behind for future generations? A mess? We're just leaving behind rubbish, garbage.
We haven't even gone on to the seafood. There's sites, what's it called?
Yeah, we put that in our last video about Sea Shepherd.
Sea Shepherd.
Yeah, that's
Sea
the other
Shepherd,
thing.
and we saw something a little while ago. You know how they do the nets, and they're dragging up that much stuff off the bottom. Mm-hmm. The fish. I can't remember. They're talking not that far away. It's going to be no fish, and then what?
Dead zones. Dead sea. What sort of a planet is that going to be for us? So this coincides with our minimalistic lifestyle that we want, because we've got to, as well as going vegan, we need to stop all the consumerism.
Consumerism is the other thing that's another controlling mechanism.
Yeah, we need to get more into a simpler life. Cities, towns, whatever, they need to start getting more back to basics. We've got enough infrastructure, we've got enough buildings, we've got empty buildings with thousands and thousands of rooms where people can live. We don't need to keep building and creating this monumental planet or whatever it is. We need to go the other way. We need to start going backwards to how we used to be.
So what we're trying to say is that we're not asking you to stop what you're doing, but at least when you're going to have a meal, think about what you're going to eat. Think about what impact that's going to do on the planet. Now, this is what all veganism is about, impact on the planet. Okay? So maybe once or twice a week, it's just a vegetable, like you're having your vegetables without the steak. It's not much difference.
That's right. Remember that camping thing we did? We did a trek down the Great Ocean Road. We did hiking.
Yeah.
And we had this lovely guy that organised it for us. So all we had to do was trek with a small backpack, and he gave us lunch, and he gave us dinner, and he set up tents, all that sort of stuff for us.
What was it called?
Hike to something. I'll put a link below.
Yeah, hike.
But the thing is, I told him I was vegan, and in the months going up to the hike, I gave him information on what he could serve and blah, blah, blah. And he did a fantastic job. He gave us vegan meals.
We were his first vegans, and he actually did the right thing.
And vegan lunches.
And made that one.
The funny thing was, at one of the meals, he made this beautiful vegetable stew, and it had pieces of vegan sausage in it. So it tasted like...
Sausage.
Yeah, sausage and vegetables and that. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But what he did, he served us...
Us first, made sure we were full.
And then he got real sausage and put it in the mix.
Put it into the mix.
For the other guys. So, my...
Please explain. I mean, like, really, when you think about it, what's the difference between that stew and putting snags in it? It tasted the same. See, this is the mentality that we're all programmed into, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he could have just served it to everyone and said nothing. It wouldn't have made anything. He could have whispered us to saying this is vegan. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And he would have served it to them. They would have been none the wiser what was in there and what isn't. All it would have been is a lot healthier dish for them and would have done something towards stop hurting the planet.
Yeah. But my point was, so you have a vegetarian meal or you have a vegan meal.
And
It's not going to kill you, it's actually going to help you. And we had Dave's aunt and uncle here for 3 to 4 days, and we gave them information on veganism.
and all they ate was vegan food.
And they
I loved
actually
it.
started feeling better while they were here.
And don't forget, just to jump in, my uncle did have cancer. So he's done all the chemo stuff. So he took a lot more notice of what we were telling him.
Mm-hmm. And that they went away and they're starting to think about what they're eating now. And I actually got a message saying, I hope you're proud of yourself, Anne, you know, we don't want to look at a piece of meat. But that's great.
Yeah, they'd actually said that they'd arrived it was a phone message, they'd rung Anne and it went to a phone message, I actually heard it. And it said, hello, we're just letting you know we've arrived in Rockhampton, we've gone to dinner and we can't face a piece of meat. I hope you're proud of yourself. And there was a big chuckle and said, have a lovely evening. So the nice part is we had an influence, because we got them to sit down and watched a couple of the shows. I think it was Forks Over Knives and watched Dr. Gregor. We can put links in below for you to have a look at. And they were none of the big horrible stuff where you see inside of slaughter yards and places like that. They were just straight factual information. Even my uncle was sitting there taking notes.
Yeah.
So if we can help someone, because we all know as vegans and scientific fact, meat causes cancer. Simple as that. Animal, what is it, fat? What's the word called?
Animal cholesterol and
saturated
fat.
Saturated fats come from animal foods.
Animal products.
And that's what causes cancer. So if you go to a plant-based diet, that stops.
Mm. So yeah, that was nice to give them that information. We don't know how they're going, but we'll follow up on
We'll catch up on that and we'll let you know about that. Yeah.
But she was a fruit bat to start with, so she loves her fruit, so that's a good start.
Yeah.
And that's probably what's keeping her healthy is she does eat a lot of fruit.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's our little rant. So vegans could be annoying, but they're annoying because you've got blinkers on and you don't want to know. So we're not annoying,
we're trying to wake
pressing
you up.
your buttons,
We're trying to wake you up to what's really going on around you, and you can jump up and down all you like. You're stuffing the planet by being a carnivore.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. The planet cannot sustain the food for meat eaters.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And just another one we saw the other day, that vegan couple, put the link below so you can have a look at the guys. Fantastic guys, very informative. They go into a hell of a lot more facts and fictions than we do. But they just saw another short film. It goes on for 12 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
And it's called The Norm, link below. And
Watch
it's well worth a look. It's no blood and guts and everything, but it was beautiful. How they did it was these three guys. Three guys went along and they were talking about rape as being a normal thing, right? And the discussion how they had, one guy was going towards, like, to us he was the vegan. And you had two guys who were both meat eaters. You had one guy on the fence that was kind of not too sure, and then one guy was hardcore. But they did it around rape, and it's exceptionally good. And watch the little kicker right at the end when he asks the guy what he's eating, and that gives it away on the whole thing.
Yeah.
But we've given you a little bit of an insight about it, because if you watch it, you probably have no idea what it really means. But it was very, very well done, and it will make you stop and think. But just change that to meat eater and vegan or plant-based diet, and it'll make a lot of sense. Links in below.
So yeah, vegans can be annoying, but we care.
We give a shit is why we do it.
That's right.
We give a crap about you, your health, the planet, and the animals and everything else here. Yeah. That's why we go on and on and on and on.
So we're looking towards a better world for everybody. And for the future generations,
for our kids and our grandkids.
So we'll leave it at that. That's our little rant. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing these videos to you.
And any questions, any topics you'd like us to discuss, or any questions about what we've discussed, please comment below and let us know, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah. So remember that you're never too old.
For change.
Bye.
Hey, stop!
Peace. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you want to get off?
I want to
You
get
wanna
off.
get off?
Yeah,
Come on, get
sorry,
rid of-
the lines, man. There's too many lines. I
Oh.
think all the time. I just
Come on,
can't
you can't get
concentrate.
your cup around here.
Right, babe.